pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll.
Alderman Tobin.
Here.
Alderman Jean-Francois.
Here.
Alderman Johnson.
Here.
Alderwoman Ramkasoon.
Here.
Alderman Kleiner.
Here.
Alderman Green.
Here.
Alderman Witt.
Here.
Alderman Massey.
Here.
President Rodriguez.
Here.
Quorum is present.
Approval of minutes.
We have the minutes from February 1st, 2022.
So moved. Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Witt. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Correspondence.
None this evening.
For the good of the city, anyone who would like to address this council, please step forward. Is anybody online?
Not at this time.
Remarks of the mayor?
Nothing to see.
Okay, department heads, economic development?
Good evening, everyone. This evening, we had a Community Development Agency meeting to approve our audit and reports to submit to the state. And also, we're moving on our next project at 149A Wisner Avenue, approval of the bid for the rehab. Also, on the agenda, you will find a resolution authorizing the agreement with Young's Explosives for our fireworks celebration. I believe it's July 2nd. Look forward to your support on that. And this Sunday at the Paramount Theater Live, the Red Hot Chili Pipers. Not Peppers, Pipers. It's the sensational world-renowned bagpipe rock band. So it's going to be a cool show, and we're looking forward to jump-starting our concert season. And that's all I have for this evening.
Any questions from Maria? Thank you, Maria. DPW Commissioner.
Good evening, all. Alderman Massey, the reservoirs are at 99.5% full. I neglected to report that last time.
Could we
but,
get that other 5?
What's that?
Could we get that other 0.5%?
We'll get it. We'll get it very soon. We'll get it very soon. And so we're in very good shape, obviously, our reservoirs. Reminder, please, for the public and everyone, if you see any potholes, we keep sending out Nexel messages and put messages on the social media. Report them to DPW. Don't assume that we know about them and eventually we'll come over there. This is the season for potholes. You see them all over the place because of the freeze and thaw cycle that we go through. Water will get trapped under the asphalt, goes through the cracks. It's going to expand when it freezes. It pops the asphalt. And we'll end up with a big or a small pothole. So please report it to us. And at this time, so everybody knows, we're going down to New Jersey to truck in hot asphalt because our plants in here are closed because of the weather. Obviously, they close over the winter. So we go as close as possible to our area, down to New Jersey to pick up asphalt. So the day after tomorrow, we're going to be bringing asphalt again. And we brought asphalt last week just before the storm, the ice storm. So that's what we do because the cold patch is not going to last. It's just an emergency repair. So we go and invest the time to go down to New Jersey to bring the hot asphalt in here. And this way the repair will last longer. So please call us, 343-3169. Tonight before the Common Council is a request for resolution to authorize spring cleanup. And I did go over the dates last meeting. So, hopefully we'll get their support. I'm sure that we will get their support because they're always asking for it. And also there's electronic drop-off date as well has been established. Hopefully it is part of the resolution. If not, I can mention what that date is. Rick, if you know if it's part of the resolution, the electronic drop, it is. Thank you very much. So that's part of the resolution. So once the mayor signs them tomorrow, it will be on the website and it will be the official dates for spring cleanup and electronics drop-off at DPW garage. Reminder, again, when we had this ice storm, we finished about late Friday afternoon, and people had the weekend to shovel their sidewalks, and so please make sure that you do shovel your sidewalks and clean it. because the city, again, they have their own responsibility to shovel their own sidewalks, the city-owned sidewalks and parking lots and so on and so forth. So last storm, it was our guys, they started about 10:30 at night. They continued to work, and then the following day, until the following day, about 3 o'clock. So give us a break, please. Help us out by cleaning your own sidewalks. Most importantly is the curb cuts at the corner properties in there where people have to cross across the street. So make sure that there's no dam in there of ice or snow, so they can continue walking on the sidewalk safely rather than going into the street. We appreciate that very much. So far, our code enforcement made a note of about approximately 400 properties that they have not complied with shoveling their curbs and sidewalks between yesterday and today. So we'll be getting there. You'll be charged. The repeat offenders, they will be taken to court for additional fines, and that's what's going to happen. So please help us out. And today we had our pre-construction meeting with DOT, the local projects, and our consultant, WSP, and the contractor Boyce for the $26.5 million construction project for upgrading our signalized intersections. Every signalized intersection, except for one in the city of Middletown, will be upgraded with pedestrian crossing. We've been talking about this for years. It's been through the pipe. I'm not going to bore you with the details. You'll be seeing it more and more. Once we have the phasing and of the intersections, we will post them on the website so everybody's aware of them and you can plan accordingly. We don't expect to kill the traffic completely from any one location. So there's going to be some detours. There's going to be one-way traffic, but you'll be able to move around in the city of Middletown. We will be posting that phasing plan on our website once it's ready. We're going back and forth with the contractor right now. With that, I will conclude my remarks. Mr. Council President, if you have any questions for me.
Any questions? Alderman Massey?
Jacob, I want to commend you and your department on, I know I contacted you about several downtown properties and residential properties that weren't shoveled, and it's a shame. People, you do have a responsibility, and you have a responsibility to your neighbors too, so that you've got to shovel your sidewalks to let people pass. And I want to thank you for you guys taking care of it, and I'm hoping when you bring them to court that the judge gives them the severest penalty they can, especially to repeat offenders. And I know there are several repeat offenders. I turn them in every storm. So thank you, guys.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Brings another, like Alderman Massey. I appreciate that very much. Some people think we get annoyed when we get these referrals about this sidewalk is not shoveled. It's not really. It's very important for us, especially at the major intersections around the schools, around these areas. I know we have our code enforcement officers that are going spanning the city, but it will help when you notice, especially the aldermen or the public, if you notice some critical location in there around the schools, at busy intersections like the Armory. We just cleaned it today, the Armory. We gave them a Monday to clean it. They did not clean it, the Armory, so we went today, and they're going to get a nice bill from us. And they might be taken to court as well. And we do that at different places in there. Again, the whole idea is not to put the people's life in danger by pushing them into the street, allow them continuous walking by opening up the curb at corner lots so they can continue walking across the street. Thank you again. Very
Jacob,
much.
quick question. You said bill and probably take them to court?
The repeat offenders, yes, sir. Yes, that's what we are planning on. We're going to shovel. Again, the trouble is the limited personnel in there. That's the trouble, the limited personnel, and everybody is busy. So we go do what we can. We have to shovel our own sidewalks before we start issuing violations. But the critical locations, we jump on them before we even take care of our own sidewalks, like a sidewalk on Lake Avenue that we own, or a sidewalk on Sterling Street. That will be, Lake Avenue, it should be a priority. Sterling may not be as much priority because another sidewalk is available across the street, but we will focus on attacking the Armory, all these places in there that have failed to do it.
So if we're doing it, aren't they in violation?
What's that?
Snowstorm happened on Friday. We went Saturday, it's 24 hours. Then Sunday, and on Monday.
Monday.
And today, Tuesday.
Yeah.
We do it.
No, we've been doing it Monday. We started Monday. We even
Okay, so
shoveled it.
that's past the 24 hours.
Right.
And they're in violation.
But they are in violation, yeah, but
Why
let's,
don't we do it, bill them, and also take them to court for violation?
once we are able to get to it, yes. But what you are suggesting, I guess, is you have all these people in there, you know, why don't you take them to court immediately? And that's something we can do, yes, you're absolutely right.
I sat here for 18 years, and I hear this over and over and over. Every year, CVS, everybody heard it, right? They would rather pay us $250 to fine, and we do their sidewalk.
Not anymore,
I know.
not after we up.
After we had to change the
Exactly.
rules to get them to comply.
Exactly, and that's what it is. Our
Every
code is-
year, we still see people,
Yep.
a week after the snowstorm, 3 feet of snow on their sidewalk, when we have kids walking on the street.
Yes, and when you notice something like you report it to me, we make it a priority in there. When you say, hey guys, this is a critical location, we make it a priority to go after it. Alderman Massey does the same. Several of you guys do the same. The mayor, he does the same all the time. When he's driving, he calls Jacob this place, this place, this. And we go take them, we set our properties, we set them in back burner temporarily, we go address these critical locations, then we go back. Point is, we need the public cooperation. Can't do it. Public cooperation. You know, otherwise, that's a very good suggestion in there, which is maybe, you know, if you guys want to, you know, we can talk about it offline, and maybe we can just, all these violators, we'll take them to court. We got 400 names.
And we all know they'll get a $50, $60 fine from our judges. That's what they give, or $75 the most. And they're back to the same spot.
To be honest with you, Alderman, Council President, if it's bad enough when you drag somebody, tell them, hey, you got to come to court. That means you're not going to go to work. You're going to miss that day. Your whole day.
Let's do it.
We'll
let's do
talk.
it.
Yeah.
All right,
It's not fair for the kids walking down the street on Wisner Avenue in Wickham because they can't get down. I do it. Now I got a business downtown. I know I have to get there on Friday night and shovel. And then here comes the street, and they do it again. And I have to go back out and shovel. Saturday morning, guess what I was doing? Breaking up ice. I did it. Shovel it again. You have to take care of it. They're not responsible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Agreed.
Bring them to court. Anything else? Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you, sir.
City Treasurer.
Good evening. There's a resolution tonight asking for a change on the city's investment policy. We needed to remove some banks that we no longer use, and we needed to up the limits on 2 of the banks that we currently are banking with. And that's all I have.
Any question for Kelly? Thank you, Kelly. Police Chief?
Good evening, Council. Just a few things this evening. Just a reminder, the police exam is coming up. It is April 9th. Kind of keep repeating this, and we're trying to put it out to the community the best we can. This comes around about every 4 years is typically the time that it reoccurs. Applications are due by March 7th. Tomorrow evening, right here in the council chambers from 5 to 7, that would be March 2nd, we're doing a question and answer session for anybody that may want to take the exam or want knowledge about the exam or the process and be able to help people possibly fill out applications or guide them. And then we partnered with a company to conduct a cram course, which would be March 27th via Zoom, and that's all done through a private entity. Just a couple other things. Overnight parking is still in effect through March 15th. I just want to remind the members of the public, please do your due diligence and remove your vehicles from the street. And lastly, I just want to go back and revisit a topic that I know the mayor spoke about during the State of the City. But on February 20th, we had an act of violence that took a young member of our community's life. Senseless act of violence. And it's becoming more and more common, not so much here, but in and around our community. And the more we look into things, we find that there's stuff that leads up to them that's pretty obvious to family members, friends, and colleagues, that nobody reaches out for help. So I know a few months ago, I kind of said the same sentiment that we as a community, we have to look out after our neighbors, our friends, our family. We have to speak up. We have to be the leaders in this community. I ask the members of the public, please, when you see something, when you hear something, when you hear of something that could turn out bad or in violence, please reach out and get some help. Maybe you're not comfortable with the police department. We're working hard to change that perception and give people a sense of trust, but there's somebody that someone trusts, that they could go out and look for help. But stuff like this sends ripples through community, changes people's lives forever, and we would like to do everything that we can to partner with community members, partner with whomever, and be there to help people to prevent these incidents from happening again in the future. So I again ask the members of the community to do your due diligence, and it takes a village. It takes a village to, look after each other. So let's do our part, please. Other than that, I have nothing unless you have anything for me.
Any questions for the police chief? Thank you, chief.
Thank you.
Recreation.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we are requesting a resolution to be passed by the council for the Recreation Department to donate the Middletown Garris Bus to Middletown PD, and I have nothing else to report on.
Any questions for Nicole? Thank you, Nicole. City clerk.
Nothing this evening.
Any questions? Right. Remarks of the committees. Alderman Tobin.
Nothing this evening.
Alderman John Francois.
Yes, it's pretty disturbing. We have to tell folks to clean their own sidewalk. And just think about it, just because you don't want to do it for yourself, thinking about the elderly people. It could be your mom, your grandfather, your grandmother, and even the handicapped person that's walking around this area, and just, to me, I find it very disturbing. It's something that should be done about that, for sure. Thank you.
Alderman Johnson.
Thank you. Chief's remarks well stated. Thank you very much.
Nothing else this evening.
Alderman Radke-Soon.
I just wanted to briefly thank the mayor for the State of the City last week. It was really a good speech, and it's always nice to hear how we're doing. And I just wanted to thank our leadership, mayor, council president, for your vision for the city and how you always guide us in the right direction. And it's the hard work and dedication of everyone who works for this city that is the reason why that speech is chock full of all of our improvements and accomplishments and the great things that we're doing here. That's all I have.
Alderman Kleiner.
Thank you. In 2 weeks, March 14th, we will, Alderman Green and I will have our second ward constituents meeting right here in council chambers. That's at 7 p.m. We skipped the 2 coldest months when the numbers were high. And I also want to thank the mayor for the state of the city, and it's amazing to listen to everything that's going on. I have my list of questions about a lot of things. I'm still going to wait till the next meeting when the mayor gives his remarks to bring them up. And the State of the Union is tonight at, I believe, at 9 p.m. And the State of the World, it's tough. And I know an invasion of Ukraine is not a local issue, but it is a local issue. It's everyone's issue. And when that war is going on and lives are being lost, so anything we can do to support Ukraine, I'm for it. Thank you.
Alderman Green.
Thank you. I think I want to echo everything that Alderman Kleiner just said. State of the city was great. It's always a wonderful thing to see, everything that's coming, everything that's happened, all laid out in one address. So it's really nice to see that. Well done, Mayor. Thank you very much for sharing that. We look forward to the State of the Union tonight. I hope to see everyone at our second ward meeting on the 14th here in the council chambers. And as well, I just, want to put out my thoughts and prayers and concern over the Ukraine situation, and, just really hope for a little bit of healing in this world. I think a lot of people would right now give anything to have their biggest problem be shoveling their sidewalk. So I think you need to be a little thankful for the things that are our problems that some people have a lot worse going on in the world. So thank you very much.
Alderman Witt.
Thank you very much. Well, we would like to, Alderman Massey and I would like to share that next Wednesday, March 9th, we're going to have a First Ward constituents meeting here in the council chambers from 6 until 7. We hope to see folks from the First Ward to come out. And during that time, we're also going to be giving away COVID tests if anybody needs them. We have that through the city. The mayor got that going for us, and we're going to take advantage of that for anyone who still feels the need. Certainly, if you need one now, you can reach out to myself or Alderman Massey, and we'll be happy to help you with that. I want to echo everybody's sentiments on the state of the city. Everybody, if you're watching this, you probably pay attention to what's going on pretty much. A lot of people don't, and I would certainly recommend people taking the time and watching the video of that, because really, rather than speculate, rather than guess, rather than go by what you think is going to happen or not. I mean, Mayor sat there and talked to us for a little more than an hour, and it was great, and it was a great report. So that's all I got. Thank you very much.
Alderman Massey?
First, I'd like to thank Alderman Witt for taking the bull by the horn and getting things going with constituent meetings and the handout of the COVID test. Second, I'm hoping that everyone will condemn Russia, their government, and boycott any products if you come in contact with them. And obviously, our prayers go out to Ukrainian people. And on a lighter note, I guess it's an advertisement, but Saturday, March 12th, Middletown Kiwanis is having another pancake breakfast, and anyone that needs tickets, I have them, or just come up to the high school from 7 to noon, and it's our 67th annual Kiwanis Pancake Breakfast. Thank you.
Thank you. New business.
We have a resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt authorizing a vehicle transfer from the Department of Parks and Recreation to the Police Department.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ramkasoon.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez. Resolution carries. We have a resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey authorizing a change to the city's investment policy.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ramkasoon.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. Resolution by Alderman Tobin declaring a police department vehicle as surplus.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Tobin, seconded by Alderman Consoom. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ramkasoon.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green authorizing a contract renewal with the Cherry Road Technologies, Inc.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Green, seconded by Alderman John Francois. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ramkasoon.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Kleiner adopting the spring 2022 spring cleanup week schedule.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Kleiner, seconded by Alderman Tobin. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ramkasoon.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson authorizing an agreement with Young Explosive Fireworks Exhibition.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, seconded by Alderman Green. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ramkasoon.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt authorizing a transfer of $100,000 from the ARPA fund to the Department of Parks and Recreation.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt, seconded by Alderman Massey. Any discussion? Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean-Francois.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Ramkasoon.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Carries. We have a
Local law.
local law sponsored by Alderman Massey, updating the notice provisions in their enforcement of delinquent property taxes.
That's first reading.
That's correct.
Okay. Audit.
Mr. President, I move the accounts be audited, the claims be adjusted, and the city treasurer be authorized to issue warrants for their payment.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Green. Roll.
Tobin.
Aye.
Jean-Francois. Johnson.
Aye.
Ramkasoon.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Green.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Move for adjournment.
So moved.
So moved.